Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. In this week's news, a beloved Clear Lake teacher retires after 30 years. The Summer Meals Program returns June 18th and a picnic for veterans and their families.
Stay tuned, learn more about these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. Last week, Clear Lake Elementary students held a clap-out ceremony for retiring kindergarten teacher Diane Lucasno. The last day for Diane Lucasno marked the end of a 30-year teaching career, touching many minds and hearts.
Get your aquatic duckies ready because the third annual Lakeville Boat Parade is scheduled for Saturday, June 30th. The parade will begin at 1 p.m. with many unique boats and summer water toys leading the celebration and the parade.
Those who own and know how to ride horses are invited to apply to join the Oakland County Sheriff's Office Mounted Unit. The unit is currently staffed with 20 deputies. Sheriff Lieutenant Kelly Sexton, commander of the Parks Unit, would like to add people to the Mounted Division.
Summer vacation is supposed to be a fun time for kids, but it can also be a time of uncertainty for those who rely on the school free meal program. Fortunately, Oxford Community Schools is once again offering a summer food service which will provide free and nutritious meals to those who need them.
Fire up the grill and pass the potato salad. Area military veterans and their families are invited to attend the 7th Annual Veterans Barbecue Picnic. The festivities will be held at Lake Point Community Church, formerly Christ the King, on Saturday, July 7th. Lake Point Church is located on Drainer Road, just east of Newman.
A house in Addison Township burned to the ground last week, but don't worry, local firefighters set it on fire as an educational opportunity. The Addison Township Fire Department conducted a live burn training exercise using a vacant two-story log home built in 1930. Fire Chief Jerry Moravsky explained such training is a valuable experience for new firefighters because it helps them get acclimated to the thick smoke, intense heat, and fast-moving flames in a burning building.
There's a warning you should beware of burglars. A mother and her two young children locked themselves inside a bedroom last Friday morning after a burglar broke into their home. Another 21-year-old woman discovered someone had broken into her deceased father's home. The home had been willed to her and her brother. Both suspects have not been identified, but the good news is no one was hurt in both cases.
In another home invasion instance, a 29-year-old Oxford man is facing first-degree home invasion charges for allegedly burglarizing a home on June 1st. Kyle Chase Halverson was positively identified by a 13-year-old female witness, according to the Oakland County Sheriff report. After being identified in a lineup, Halverson was arrested and released after posting a 10% of a $15,000 bond. Halverson is accused of stealing more than $2,000 and a key fob to a vehicle. That's it for the Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper, or better yet, catch us on our website, occtv.org, on YouTube, and of course our regular channel, Spectrum, Channel 191, and AT&T Channel 99.
Coming up soon, our very own Cody Wright with the sports, and you won't want to miss Auto Talk and Science in the News with Dave Kenny.
I'm Terry Stiles. Thanks for watching Oxford News this week, where we bring your news closer to home.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Remember, always be kind to your friends and neighbors, and thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols with Oxford Community Television.
And I'm Dave Kenny.
And we represent Minutes by Minute, in which case you want to catch local information that's going on with your government officials.
That's right. Whether you live in the village of Oxford, Oxford Township, village of Leonard, Addison Township, we'll cover it all.
All of the above, and we'll look to see you there.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication New Scientist. In our first story, they may be tiny, but nanodiamonds shaped like pyramids may solve a big mystery that's puzzled astronomers since 1996. That's when researchers noticed something weird when analyzing data from the COBE satellite, which was launched in 1989 to capture cosmic background radiation left over from the Big Bang. COBE saw the expected background radiation, but it also captured emissions of microwaves whose source couldn't be explained. With wavelengths of a centimeter or so and frequencies of 10 to 60 gigahertz, the anomalous microwave emission has puzzled astronomers ever since. So far, the favorite explanation has been that the radiation comes from tiny specks of carbon-rich grains made from polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs. These are abundant in protoplanetary disks, the clouds and dust surrounding young stars from which planets eventually form. They're claimed to form dipoles with north and south poles like a magnet, which can produce microwaves by spinning millions of times a second through collisions with each other. But the stars where PAHs have been identified don't always yield the anomalous microwave emissions too, casting doubts about whether PAHs are the true source of the weird microwaves. Now, astronomers have chanced upon a different explanation after scanning the protoplanetary disks of 14 bright young stars just 1 million years old or less, plus those of 30 older stars like our own Sun. Using radio telescopes in Australia and the US, they discovered that just 3 of the young stars and none of the older ones were sources of the odd emissions. They also detected infrared emissions from these 3 stars alone, with signatures corresponding to nanodiamonds, tiny bits of diamond less than a nanometer across. Puzzled by this, the researchers scoured previously published data on 80 bright young stars and found to their astonishment that nanodiamonds had been positively identified before in only 3 of them, exactly the same 3 highlighted by their own study. Already well known because they're long been found in meteorites that have landed on Earth, nanodiamonds can also generate microwaves because they form dipoles too. Greaves said the observed infrared signals tally with pyramid-shaped nanodiamonds that would be able to do this. They're little pyramids of carbon atoms with hydrogen atoms poking out the top, and so are dipoles, she says. When they spin millions of times a second, they produce microwaves. And still in space is this opportunity's last stand. NASA's long-lived rover is weathering a Martian dust storm from the likes of which have never been seen. The aptly named Perseverance Valley, where Opportunity is currently hunkered down, is cloaked in enough dust to blot out the sky and make daytime as dark as night. Less than 0.01% of the sunlight at Mars is currently reaching the rover's solar panels. Because the rover is entirely run on solar power, its operators have put it on minimal operations mode. Its only goal, more important than even sending any signals back to Earth, is to stay warm enough to keep its batteries from being ruined by the cold. Opportunity's twin rover, Spirit, is thought to have succumbed to the extreme cold of Martian winter in 2010 after it got stuck in soft soil. NASA says the rover's most recent transmission received just recently showed its temperature was minus 29 degrees Celsius. This isn't the first storm Opportunity has weathered, and the transmission was a good sign, but it's the most intense dust storm that any rover has ever experienced on Mars to date. The storm spans more than 18 million square kilometers, which is about 12% of the Mars surface area, larger than North America. It is not yet clear how long the tempest will last, but dust storms on Mars often go on for weeks or even months. The Opportunity and Spirit rovers were designed to last for 90 days on the Martian surface. Spirit lasted over 20 times longer than that, and Opportunity is in its 15th year now. It has proven tougher than we thought, and it may yet persevere. And on the ocean, sperm whales are tracking fishing boats off the coast of Alaska and nabbing fish from the lines. It now seems they take about 5% of the fishing industry's annual quotas. Lone sperm whales harass boats in the east coast, or that is the east of the Gulf of Alaska. When they target a boat, they work fast to pick fish from the hooks, often without even being seen. Megan Peterson at Sierra Nevada College and her colleagues tracked the whale's impact on the Alaskan sablefish industry over 27 years. They found that one whale can take a quarter of a ship's catch in one go. They may return many times an hour, and this means a $5 to $8 million annual loss for Alaska's $100 million sablefish industry. That's some whale. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
What's going on, Wildcat fans? Cody Wright here once again with this week's sports report. Not a lot of action this week. Next week we will be covering our first senior softball game and following up on some of the Little League and recreational programs. But however, as of this week, all we have is a few interviews and a couple of promos. So that we managed to get the interviews on Wednesday when we went out to Seymour Lake Park. We were mostly there for T-ball, and we got some interviews with the kids, coaches. We also talked with Pat Bliss from the American Legion, who is sponsoring this season. There were girls softball and baseball travel teams practicing as well. So it was a mixed crowd. We were definitely looking forward to the action at Seymour Lake Park this summer. Until that really picks up, we'll just have to settle for some interviews and practice footage. So here it is. Check it out.
Okay, we have a travel team here. I got Kevin Erke. How old are you girls? What
We have a 13U team for the Oxford Wildcats.
Now you guys are going to Traverse City this weekend?
We are, and there is 28 teams.
Okay.
Some good competition up there, and that's what I hope to get the girls out and to see that good competition. So,
Explain to us what this is about Parks and Rec. So what this Parks and Rec program does. They have different travel teams through different leagues. Could you walk us through that a little bit?
sure. We have a 10U division, the 10 and under,
Okay.
and then the 12U and under. 12U and 11U play there, and then 13 and 14 plays in 14U. 15 and up is high school.
Okay.
So we play in the 14U division as 13-year-olds, so we are on the younger side of the group.
Well, that's good. Thank you. I know we cover the girls varsity, so we see a lot of these girls in a couple years
You will
too.
be.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we've had some good teams. We just missed Clarkson this year. We came in second in the league and just lost last year to Lake Orion. So I think next year's our year.
We followed the high school team, varsity team very closely this year. I do plan on a few of these girls going up through the ranks.
Yeah, we got a great program, and it starts right here, Kevin. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. You're the foundation.
Yep, push-ups every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes. He's got her doing push-ups. He's got timers going on and everything.
We got some live pitching, live batting right now, just scrimmaging each other and having fun, enjoying softball. Most of these girls I've had for 4 or 5 years. So
You kind of follow them up as they get older and stuff. Okay. Now, how often do you guys meet a week?
right now it's twice a week for an hour and a half. The first hour and a half is another 30 minutes after that for pitchers and catchers. Okay. And then we've had 7 tournaments this year.
Wow, that's a lot of tournaments.
In 2 leagues, the Winter League and then the Summer League that's getting ready to start up. I think we got 28 games in the next 7 weeks.
Who says rec ball isn't good?
It's not. Yeah, they had the tryout and they made the team and they're giving it all they got. So
Thanks a lot.
Very proud of them.
Well, we're proud of this program too. Thanks a lot, guys like you. Thanks,
you.
Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. What you again?
We are 13U playing in the 14U division, so we're playing up.
We're playing up. That's how good we are. Thanks a lot.
Also, the Tough Mudders and Seymour Lake Park Midwest Lax Bash programs are now available for you to check out. If you missed all the action, you can find all you need on our YouTube page, which you can access through our website, that is OCCTV.org. All of our sports coverage, along with loads of other OCTV programs we put together just for you, can be found right there. Once again, that is OCCTV.org. Here's a sneak peek, though, at the Tough Mudders. Well, that's all for this week's report, folks. I want to thank you guys all for watching. We'll have much more next week, so rest assured. So make sure to tune in next time. But until then, I'm Cody Wright. Go Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Rachel Baker, and welcome to OCTV's weekly calendar of events, where we feature community activities and family outings around Oxford, Leonard, and Lake Orion. If you or your organization would like us to get your message out to the public, please contact us for more information at our studio. Our number is 248-628-9658, or visit our website at occtv.org. Attention all golfers, there is a charity event going on this Friday, June 22nd, that you might be interested in. Help out Oxford Parks and Rec at the Dream Developers 19th Annual Golf Outing hosted at Devil's Ridge Golf Course. The event kicks off at 9:30 a.m. with a shotgun start. The fee is $89 per person, which includes 18 holes of golf, cart usage, a continental breakfast, a box lunch, a buffet dinner, beverages, and an outing gift. If you decide to participate, you must come as a team with no less than 3 additional teammates. If you're interested, check out the extra sponsor packages online at the Oxford Parks and Rec website below. All proceeds will benefit the 2-day Seymour celebration and community fireworks on July 6th and 7th. If you have any questions, contact Oxford Parks and Recreation at 248-628-1720. Also, if you have garbage that may be harmful to the environment, you can dispose of your hazardous waste safely with the No Haz collection events. On June 23rd at Oakland University, a group of volunteers will be waiting to take your trash from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. You must enter on South Oakland Drive from northbound Squirrel Road. South Oakland Drive will be one-way only for the No Haz event. Parking is in lot 37. Now, it may be hard to determine what's hazardous in your home because it's not always what you'd think. Common household items such as aerosols, cables, and even inhalers can be harmful to the environment if not disposed of properly. Read the full list of what you can and can't throw away at nohaz.com. Also, be sure your township and be prepared to pay the according fee. Registration is required and the form can be found online. This Thursday, on June 21st, listen to some really great music at Centennial Park. At 6 p.m., there's an open mic, and at 7, the Blue Water Ramblers will play traditional and original songs of Michigan and America. This band is unique as its repertoire comes straight from real Michigan history. It includes lake shanties, lumberman ballads, Union rallying cries, and the like. So stop by downtown Oxford and enjoy the music. Each following Thursday will feature a new band at the same time from June to August. On a hot summer's day, there's nothing better than cooling off at a water park. Visit the Red Oaks Water Park in Madison Heights and enjoy the rides like the Lazy River and the Giant Wave. Red Oaks offers fun for both adults and the kids. Water slides, playgrounds, and even a fitness walking program are just a few of the great activities they have to offer. You can even bring a picnic to eat under a pavilion. Call them at 248-858-0918 for more information. They can be found at 1455 East 13 Mile Road in Madison Heights. Speaking of water, if you love Oxford Lakes and own a gasoline-powered boat, you should participate in Addison Township's 3rd annual Lakeville Boat Parade. This is a great opportunity to bring the community together and enjoy the warmth that summer brings. On Saturday, June 30th, bring your boat to Lakeville Lake at 12:45 p.m. The event begins at 1. Participants will be asked to assemble on the west side of the lake, just south of Echo Grove Camp. You're encouraged to decorate your boat, and there is no theme, so you can let your creativity truly run wild. Prizes will be awarded to the most original and most beautiful design. To be eligible for the competition, participants are required to pre-register by sending an email to lakevilleboatparade@gmail.com. In the email, you must provide your name, email address, home address, and cell phone number. Once you're registered, your boat will be assigned a number for judging purposes. However, registration is not required to join the parade, and plenty more are welcome to spectate on the docks. You also don't have to be in the pageantry to participate in the parade. In the event of rain, the celebration will be moved from July 1st at 1 p.m. Sign up now to be in the Lone Ranger Parade. The festival will be held in downtown Oxford from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on August 4th. Admission is free and all are welcome to join. Go to homeofthemask.com to fill out your application now. All applications and waivers are due on July 1st. Send all applications to 1399 Beamer Court in Oxford or email them to homeofthemask@gmail.com for more information. In more important news, summer meals are returning on June 18th. The Summer Food Service Program will provide free, nutritious meals to those who need them, regardless of their family's income. Any child from an infant to an 18-year-old are welcome. Free meals are also available for the mentally and physically disabled that are recognized by a state or local public educational agency up until 26 years old. Beginning on Monday, June 18th, breakfast will be served from 8 to 9:30 a.m. and lunch from 11:15 to 12:30 p.m. All meals will be provided at Oxford Elementary School on 109 Pontiac Street every Monday through Friday until August 17th. There is no need for parents to register or apply for this program. You can come whenever you want. The summer food program is healthy and it's safe. It's earned multiple forms of recognition for its high-quality food and service to the community. They received recognition from the United States Department of Agriculture, and last year the district was a silver level 2018 Turn Up the Beat Award winner. This award recognizes outstanding summer food service program sponsors who go the extra mile to ensure they're offering high-quality meals. If you or anyone you know could benefit from this, don't hesitate to check it out. Finally, Love Inc. is a national Christian outreach program that provides help to members of the community in need. They organize free meals weekly at different churches around Oxford and Lake Orion every Monday through Thursday. No matter what the church is hosting for dinner, each one is from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. On Monday, come to the Lake Orion Methodist Church on 140 East Flint Street. On Tuesday, the Emmanuel Congregational Church on 1 Hovey Street in Oxford will host. On Wednesday, the Oxford United Methodist Church on 21 East Burdick Street will hold the dinner. Finally, on Thursday, Christ the King Church will host on 1500 West Drainer Road in Oxford. This is Oxford Community TV, and I'm your local host, Rachel Baker. Please join us again for your weekly calendar of events.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication Automotive News. In our first story, Ford Motor Company is updating the track-ready Mustang Shelby GT350 to make the performance pony car quicker and more responsive for inexperienced and expert drivers alike. The 2019 model on sale in the first quarter of next year received new tires, changes to the suspension, and a new aerodynamics package that includes an updated rear spoiler with an optional gurney flap. A gurney flap is a vertical extension of the rear edge of the spoiler added to generate more downforce. Ford worked with the tire maker Michelin to create Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires that are unique to the GT350 and will provide better grip and handling. The suspension also includes recalibrated springs and revised damping for better performance. The GT350's powertrain remains unchanged. A 5.2-liter V8 engine features a flat plane crankshaft that produces 526 horsepower. Inside, the vehicle will have an 8-inch touchscreen with the Sync 3 infotainment system standard. New colors for the 2019 model include Velocity Blue and Ford Performance Blue. Ford reintroduced the Shelby GT350 in the 2015 model year. The company will add to its performance lineup next year with a Shelby GT500 that will generate more than 700 horsepower, making it the most powerful street-legal vehicle Ford has ever offered. And still at Ford, Ford Motor Company has purchased the long-blighted Michigan Central Station, a towering train depot in Detroit's Corktown neighborhood that will be the centerpiece of a sprawling urban campus the automaker will use to woo talent. Matthew Maroon, whose family has owned the 104-year-old station for years, confirmed the sale to Ford. Following the Maroons' announcement, Ford said it will unveil its plans for the building at 11 a.m. on June 19th in what it calls the start of a new era in innovation and mobility. It's unclear what the automaker plans to do in Corktown, although last month it moved roughly 200 workers on its autonomous and electrified vehicle teams into a building known as the factory. When Ford purchased the factory late last year, executives said forging operations in Detroit would help the company battle Silicon Valley for young, tech-minded talent to develop and build self-driving vehicles. Ford has deep roots in Detroit. Henry Ford's Paquette Avenue plant, which first cranked out the Model T, resides on the city's east side, and Ford once owned the city's towering Renaissance Center before rival General Motors purchased it and established its headquarters there. Corktown, an area Ford Executive Chairman Bill Ford says he holds especially dear because its settlers immigrated from the same region of Ireland as his ancestors, would serve as a hip urban work environment that's starkly different from the automaker's Dearborn offices and product development operations. Ford is expected also to buy roughly 50 additional properties in the area, ranging from parking lots to abandoned buildings. And on the recall front, Kia Motor Corporation is recalling more than 507,000 vehicles in the United States because an electronic glitch may prevent airbags from deploying in the event of a crash. NHTSA said it was investigating why some airbags had failed to deploy in Kia vehicles and its affiliate Hyundai Motor Corporation after crashes in which 4 people were killed and another 6 injured involving the 2 automakers' vehicles. In total, the 2 Korean automakers now have recalled nearly 1.1 million U.S. vehicles to address the issue. NHTSA said in March it was aware of 6 serious crashes in which airbags failed to deploy in frontal crashes, including 4 in 2011 model Hyundai Sonatas and 2 in 2012 and 2013 Kia Forte vehicles. The crash of the 2013 Forte occurred in Canada. Kia's recall, issued on June 8th, covers 2010 to 2013 Kia Fortes, 2011 to 2013 Kia Optimas, and 2011 to 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid and Sedona vehicles. The company said the airbag control unit may short circuit because they may be susceptible to electrical overstress, preventing the frontal airbags and seatbelt pretensioners, which pull the driver and front seat passenger firmly back into their seats, from deploying. The company said it does not yet have a fix, but is working with its supplier on the issue. Hyundai in February issued a recall of 154,000 U.S. Sonatas after non-deployment reports were linked to electrical overstress in the airbag control unit. In April, Hyundai recalled an additional 425,000 U.S. vehicles to address the same issue. Well, that's all for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and as always, may the wind be at your back as you cruise down life's highways.
We're with Oxford Community Television tonight, and it is a Thursday night, and what a great night to kick off the Concert in the Park series. I mean, I don't think you could order up any better weather. Speaking to a gentleman, your name, sir?
My name is Glenn Pape.
And Glenn, you're with the
Oxford Downtown Development Authority.
And tell us what's going on here tonight. And I mean, it's a series that you can gather up your lawn chair, come on down Thursday nights. Tell us all about it.
Well, we're doing our Concerts in the Park series. We're going to be downtown for 10 weeks this summer. We're wrapping up in the middle of August. We've got a wide selection of bands coming down. It's a great opportunity to come down for open mic, which starts at 6. And then we've got a whole variety of bands. Starting tonight, we've got Bernadette Catherine and the Lonely Days Band. Next Thursday, we've got the Blue Water Ramblers. They're going to be doing Americana and Great Lakes folk. Then we have Freddie Cunningham and the Roots Doctors, Beer Symphony Orchestra, Toppermost, the Beatles Tribute Band.
That band's good. I've seen many times.
They're always a good show. Brother Crow is after that. Then we have Billy Mack and the Juke Joint Johnnies doing some swingabilly and 50s rock. Then we have St. John Smith, Matthew Ball, the Boogie Woogie Kid, will be here on August 16th. And then we close it out with a local band from Oxford here, Billy Hamilton and the Lowriders.
Quite a good series here lined up, all different types and all different genres of music. Obviously, I like the Toppermost, but I know we're going to have fun that night. Let me ask you, and I don't want to put a damper on this one, but if there seems to be weather that might be challenging, do they move the series somewhere else? Does it keep going on? What do we do?
Well, in case we have a weather delay, this year, instead of relocating to the Fire Barn, what we're really going to do is we'll make that call at 8 o'clock in the morning on those Thursdays. And it's either a go or a no-go. There won't be playing in the rain. We won't be moving. We'll just cancel that concert that night.
So we started right out of the gate on a beautiful sunny Thursday night here, and as I say, we're having a great night with what's about to happen here. But again, like you just did say, that if it does rain, they'll make that call in the morning, and you won't have to worry about it. But it's a great time to get down here, enjoy the venue, enjoy some Oxford camaraderie, right?
Excellent. It's an excellent night. Come on down, have a good time, patronize our downtown businesses, make it a dinner date. Come down for concerts in the park.
I appreciate you taking time out, and we hopefully will see a lot of people down here on Thursday nights.
Sounds great. Thank you.
From the Oxford Concert in the Park series, we're right here in downtown Oxford at the park for Oxford News This Week.